Podcast City Network.
You're listening to The Brad Chandler Show.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Brad Chandler Show. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/Brad Chandler Show. You can also find my website. It's www.bradchandlershow.com. Go check out some of the content on my website. I have a bunch of... Stop that shit right now. I don't need to hear you sucking on that thing throughout this. I just yelled at Melvin in the last episode for that. So
I got a cardioid pattern. I'll lean out.
All right. So we got a vapor on the show today. I'm an ex-vapor. I'm calling him out on it. I don't want to hear it throughout the entire show. So, but make sure to go check out my website. I have some great content on there. You can find some. You'll find some of the episodes from my past interviews. You will also find some of the music from some of the bands that I have sat down and talked with. Great content up there. I try to update it weekly as much as possible. But today I have a guest. I ended up actually having a mix-up with another guest, and I thought that they were going to come on today. It's Easter today. You definitely ain't going to hear this on Spotify or Apple on Easter. This will come out probably a lot later. So, but I had a mix up with another band thinking they were going to come on, realized, dude, it's Easter. They're probably with their family. I'm a fucking idiot. I fucked that up. I got to apologize to the guys in Maggots from Arizona. We will definitely hook up on another episode. But I want to say thank you to my current guest, and I want to welcome my current guest, Bart Graham. How are we doing today, buddy?
Pretty decent, surprisingly.
Dude, I actually reached out to you. I don't even know how long ago. It was like almost right after I started doing the podcast. And
yeah, it was a while.
I was like, dude, why don't you come on the podcast? And you were like, bro, I'm not in a band. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck that you're not in a band. You're a musician, and we've actually played together.
Yep.
And people don't realize that out of
multiple occasions.
Yeah, and multiple occasions. We had one guitarist, one drummer, one vocalist, and two bassists.
Two bass players.
Two bass players. I don't know.
That show was sick.
It was. You had that low end, real heavy.
Yeah, that's how I roll.
That's how we rolled. So
I'm a heavy low end kind of fucker.
So, dude, how the fuck you been doing, man? I haven't seen you at least in a year. We know of, but I know that like you've told me before, you're not in a band or anything, but you constantly keep yourself occupied with music. You do your own thing. I had Knob on a few episodes ago. And
I watched it yesterday. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, well, I say a few episodes ago because most people will listen to this on Spotify or Apple and the podcast itself instead of, watching live. But yeah, I had him on yesterday. Yeah, it really was just yesterday. And he was like, I love Knob. He helped me a lot when it came through the music scene. Making flyers. For one of my podcasts, I ended up having him do an intro for me. Great guy, does a lot of stuff for the scene, and you're working with him on effing radio now. How's that going?
Really good. It's pretty great. We got a little bit less structure than we used to, but we're having a lot more fun with it. We're just we're fucking off, but with a little bit of direction. It's pretty good, and we. Since we're doing less, with like local bands and, interviews and stuff like that, like we used to focus on, we're just kind of rolling with it and just, almost any idea that pops into our head, we're like, yeah, we can do that. We can make that work. And we're just, being fuck asses and enjoying ourselves.
Just so you know, there is a link on my Facebook right now that you can share with your friends. I didn't see your message, but yeah, you can go on my Facebook. There's a live stream right now. We have a couple people viewing it right now.
I'm working on that right now. Then
Yeah, do your thing, man. So yeah, my internet kind of sucks. So like I break out every once in a while, like for
you're
like a
coming
good
through
like
good on my side.
no. So like it'll pause or buffer or whatever,
Oh yeah.
and it'll freeze. And then like you'll hear me saying something, and then all of a sudden I'll stop saying something, and then I come back in. And I'm saying it again because internet sucks. Yeah, so Effing Radio, great. I love it. I've listened to a few. I've listened to a few of the episodes that you guys had. You and I actually were talking during one of the episodes. I think it was the Christmas episode.
I think so.
You know, the whole fact that like Knob had to end up getting rid of like Effing Radio, OFNR or whatever. No disrespect there to saying whatever to Knob, but he was doing some great work. Having you come on, that seemed like that was weird to me. I didn't know that you did radio stuff, but I love it. And like with what you do, dude, you have a dark sense of fucking humor, dude. And like I've known that for like the longest fucking time. And I think that's why you and I got along so well together, is because like you have that line, right? And then like, so this is where like some people's dark humor is. Ours is like up here,
Yeah,
you know, way the fuck and like the stratosphere. And like you have a song that I actually we're gonna end up playing at the end of this episode, and I love the beginning of it. You go, "Dead girls can't say no. Rigor mortis pussy is the tightest pussy."
Rigor mortis makes for the tightest pussy you'll ever have.
You're right. So
That's whenever we would play that song live. That's how I would always intro the song. Like the video is it's a shitty video, but it's of a live performance of actually my first radio show. That was us performing live on that radio show out of a recording studio in Bristol that we used to work on. But it's just put to the studio audio of the song.
Oh no, I definitely know how that works.
But the live intro, I had to leave that in there.
Oh, dude, it's perfect. I don't know who the female is in there, but when she said it, I probably laughed harder than when you said it. And everybody will get a chance to listen to that at the end of this episode. So I'm just going to give a warning right now. I've already said, we've already said about rigor mortis pussy, or rigor mortis makes for the tightest pussy and stuff like that. But full warning that if there is anybody listening to this episode right now that ends up getting offended, you can fuck right off. But back to you, Bart. What in the world, man? Like, you do some industrial stuff. You're into metal bands and things like that. What ended up getting you into playing the music that you currently play?
We're on time limit here, so I don't even know how to condense that. I've always listened to music from like the time I was tiny. I had a little like Walkman like cassette player when I was like 5 years old, in which we're talking in the 80s at that point.
Okay.
And I would walk around. Oh, actually, no, like it had to be like the early 90s when I started really rocking that thing, because I remember people would come up to my mom and ask her like, "Oh, what is he listening to? That damn rap music?" And she'd laugh at him. She'd be like, "No, he's listening to Jerry Lee Lewis and Ray Charles." So I used to always play, like, I played the hell out of, this old Ray Charles cassette, and Jerry Lee Lewis. I fucking love the Killer, Great Balls of Fire, shit like that. Yeah. And the other thing I listened to was my aunt made me a cassette copy of Monty Python's Contractual Obligation album.
Oh, Jesus.
There's some great shit on there. Like the Sit on My Face song. Sit on my face and tell me that you love me. I sit on your face and tell you I love you too. I like it when you oralize while I'm between your thighs.
I've never heard that. I gotta
it's
say that.
fantastic. Yeah, you got to look it up.
Yeah, I'll
Plus, it's
definitely
the
have
only
to.
good, the only thing in life I'm actually good at. So I'm shit at music, but I'm pretty good at eating pussy. That's the only thing you'll ever hear me brag about.
Ah,
So anyway,
Just-
I would listen to all this music back then. Like I would,
back to the music.
yeah. I have a really diverse musical background. Like I'm really into the blues, man. Like the shit I'm listening to right now. Like I've been stuck on this live album from Zeal and Ardor. Have you ever heard of them?
No, I can't say as I have.
It's the guy that writes all the music describes it as like black spiritual music mixed with black metal.
Really?
It's honestly, it's pretty amazing. I mean, I'm not sure if it'd be your jam, but it's definitely worth a listen, dude. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. There's like all kinds of chanting and shit. They have 3 singers when they play live, and it's just really great. I'll send you a link, when we're done here, and then to check it out.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Yeah, I listen to so much shit. Like I said, from when I was really young, I'd listen to all this different shit, and then my mom had this old hippie friend, when I was a kid. And he would, make me cassette copies of shit. I would have like Alice Cooper, Led Zeppelin, but he listened to all kinds of good shit too. Like he started copying me, like, I don't know if he did 9 Inch Nails, but that used to be my favorite band for years. But he would copy me shit like Ministry. I think my first Skinny Puppy album was something that he copied. Killing Joke. Oh, I fucking love Killing Joke, man. Who else? Like just all this really good shit. Revolting Cocks. All this like early like industrial type shit from the 80s. Like he would make me all these copies. And I fucking loved it. I could never get enough of it. So I'm into a lot of real industrial shit. That's like really my background is like blues and industrial. Like my favorite guitarist of all time, probably Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah, I watched a Stevie Ray Vaughan video. I want to say it was I came across it like 2 or 3 years ago, and he was shredding the fuck out of his guitar. And you've probably seen this one as well. He breaks a fucking string while he's shredding. And as he's fucking, he breaks that fucking string. He's still shredding. And he finishes his him shredding. Like I say shredding, but I mean, he was playing a solo. It was Stevie Ray Vaughan. He was fucking shredding. Yeah. And he breaks that string. He doesn't miss a fucking beat. He doesn't miss anything. He plays it. He's like, oh, that string's broken. Let's play the notes on a different fucking string, Yep. I honestly have to say that I was never into Stevie Ray Vaughan until I saw that. Another guitarist that I was never like interested in as like knowing him as a guitarist was Prince. And I saw
I fucking love Prince.
Dude, I saw this fucking video of him shredding to As My Guitar Gently Weeps, and I just fell in fucking love with him. Like I liked him as a musician, but I didn't know him as like a guitar player. And then when I saw that, I was just like, holy fuck, dude. Like, is this guy for fucking real? And he really was, dude.
Yeah, he's not human. Not human.
Like the shit that he was playing, he wasn't even like one of the big guys there. The entire song was being played by like 15 to 20 different people, and they had like 5 guitarists. I saw that one.
Like Tom Petty, I think, was there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I think Tom Petty was the one singing, and like I know Tom Petty as a guitarist. I didn't know Prince as a guitarist, so I saw that and I was just like, holy shit. And that was before he actually, I think he played the Super Bowl. And then it like rained or whatever while he was playing it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like I kept going back and like looking up videos of him playing guitar. And I'm just like, why the fuck didn't I know this shit? Like, how did I not know that Prince was a guitarist? How did it take me this long to fucking know? So I didn't mean to like take that away from you, but when you brought up Stevie Ray Vaughan, that's just like, fuck, dude. Like there are so many more guitarists out there or musicians in general that are like better than what you probably ever thought. And that's why I bring up like, I was like excited about the Stevie Ray Vaughan thing and talking about Prince, dude. Jesus Christ, rest in peace.
Yeah, that's definitely a bucket list item that will not be checked off.
How ironic that is it that I keep saying Jesus Christ today?
I mean, only slightly because it's going to happen every other day as well.
I mean, I usually say fucking Jesus Christ, but just today is the fact. I keep saying Jesus Christ. It's Easter, and uh, Jesus Zombie Day and whatnot. But yeah, you also
I
brought
usually
up
go the other direction on not fucking Jesus. I do Jesus fucking Christ. That's my
fucking
my
Jesus
standard.
Christ, Jesus fucking Christ, whatever. It's whichever way you want to put the fuck in there. But you actually ended up mentioning 9 Inch Nails. Now I have to say, like as a musician, I've never got into Ministry, and I'm
so sorry for your loss.
I think they're just noise.
You haven't listened to the right Ministry then. There's a lot of different eras of Ministry.
Yeah, maybe that's the case.
Yeah,
but
I completely understand people not liking a lot of them.
Like, I love 9 Inch Nails. I absolutely love 9 Inch Nails. I ended up getting into 9 Inch Nails, and then I found Skinny Puppies. Fucking great bands, but I'd never really been into the industrial side of the music. It's I've always been like from one extreme to the other. It's basically metal, death metal, that type of stuff, and like I listen to other stuff as well. But I mean, like, industrial is probably one of the things that I don't listen to on a regular basis, and I will, however, listen to basically any 9 Inch Nail song.
I mean, I was very adamant that 9 Inch Nails was my favorite band for probably over 20 years, but I'm not sure about some of the newer stuff.
No, I definitely understand. It's almost like he stopped trying.
I mean, he got old. He kicked he got off the junk. He had kids. He's mellowed out. Like, I mean,
well, that's the thing, man.
I get it.
If you listen to a lot of these bands out there that were good in like the late 80s, even early 80s, early 80s, late 80s, the 90s, whatever, as soon as they started like kicking the junk, you got the dope, you got the drugs, you got the alcohol. Take Metallica, for example. As soon as like they like their 4 first albums are probably some of the best thrash metal albums out there. And then like you come out with the Black Album, then like everybody's like, oh my God, they cut their fucking hair. And then they started sucking. And, you got Load and Reload. Like, I won't say they started sucking. They just went lighter.
I'm in obviously a large minority here, but I'm not a huge Metallica fan. Like, I don't hate them, but I'm not that into them. But there's a couple songs on Load that I did like.
Of course you like something on Load. It was a fucking goat load. Nah, I don't take that as like someone who doesn't like music or whatever, or you are one of very few people that don't like Metallica. But
I mean, I will listen to them on occasion. Don't get me wrong. Like,
right,
I'm not a hater.
If you had to, would it be Metallica or Megadeth?
Probably Metallica. I like Megadeth too, but I'd probably lean a little Metallica, I think.
Well, I mean, like, at least we can agree there. Like, I love Megadeth.
Hello, me. It's me again.
But it's that nasally
Dark
voice, dude.
black past.
It's that fucking nasally voice, bro. It really is. Yeah. And I just can't get past that. And it is what it is. But so you ended up getting into like 9 Inch Nails, Ministry. What other bands did you end up getting into? Give me a list of 10 musicians / bands that got you into doing the music that you do.
Bile. Have you ever seen Strangeland, the Dee Snider movie?
I believe I have.
So there's this movie in there. What the fuck was the name of the club? I don't know. There's this name of the club. I can't remember it. but it meant like club hell or some shit like that.
Right.
And there's a band on stage in the movie. It was the reason the band was in the movie was because Dee Snider's kid was a big fan of him, so he got a hold of him and put him in. It was Bile. That's not where I heard of them. I saw the movie after that, but like they're brutal industrial metal from like the bowels of like Long Island, and like they used to cover themselves in like day glow latex and have the black lights on and like rip the shit off their face while the dude's like screaming and shit. But I mean, you know, Pete, you know, my hetero life mate Pete, you know, he and I, you know, that's how we like bonded in me like immediately. It was over our love of Bile. Fucking Bile's amazing. Good guys too. I love those guys. I'm friends with all of them. So Bile, Screw with a K.
All right.
Band out of Texas. Danny Lohner from Nine Inch Nails, or previously from Nine Inch Nails, used to actually be in Screw as well. And the main brain of Screw was also playing for Ministry for a while. I think he played on the See You Lay tour. It was when they originally retired, and he was playing guitar for them. I went and we saw that in New York City. That was a great show. Great story for another time, I guess. So let's see, that's 2. I'll say 9 Inch Nails. I mean,
yeah, you can't really be like into industrial music and say that 9 Inch Nails did not kind of like have like touch you in that sense. I mean, like not touch you as in like the way you really want them to touch you, you know, and that no spot.
Hey.
But you know, it's more or less like I'm not even an industrial fan, and I think that is a great band.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see, who the fuck else? You're asking me to narrow it down. That's what's making it difficult. I gotta say Stevie Ray Vaughan. I mean, he's
okay. Yeah, I got you.
Gotta love Stevie Ray Vaughan. Jesus Christ, I just listen to so much fucking music. Like when I try to like nail things down, it doesn't work. Who else did I listen to with the blues? Everybody. Like it's impossible. All right, I'll try to stick to other bands, I guess. I mean,
like I can give you a list of like 5 bands right off the top of my head. Metallica is number 1 for me. You go them, the Black Dahlia Murder. I'm definitely going to pull out my boys, Cattle Decapitation, simply because of the fact that they're actually friends of mine, and it's a pleasure actually knowing those guys and being able to talk to them. But then like. So they're right away. You have like 3 bands right off the top: Metallica, Dahlia. Then you have Cattle, but then it's like, now who do I throw in?
See, you know, and that's the thing.
Because
only 10.
I have like bands that I'm friends with, like local or unsigned bands, who I consider like some great talent that actually ends up. Are some great musicians, but like lately, it's like I go through phases. You know, right now, like I have to say that probably on my playlist, the band that I'm listening to the most right now is Inferi, and I just found them not too long ago, and I gave TJ, you remember TJ from Lightspan, I gave him shit because he was like, oh, I've been talking about these guys forever. And I was like, well, where the fuck have you been talking about it where I've seen it? Because I found these fucking guys on Bandcamp, and then, going through the Bandcamp and stuff, I literally ended up going to their record, to the label that they're with, the Artisan Era, and I spent probably $100 just on CDs from them.
Wow. But yeah, that's the thing. You say, 10, and I think, wow, to narrow to only 10 with the vast, like,
you got a point.
I just, like I said, I listen to so much. Like, how do I like really narrow that down? Like,
well, like I said, dude, like we're the type of people that like, so Metallica will always be my number 1. And the reason for that is because back when the Black Album came out, I don't care if I get shit on for this, but back when the Black Album came out, I was listening to fucking Crisscross. I was listening to Vanilla Ice. I was
Dude, I
listening
fucking
to
loved Crisscross.
Dude, I still fucking
I love Crisscross.
Well, I don't like fucking Crisscross, but I like Crisscross. You know, I'll still rock some Vanilla Ice. I'll still rock some MC Hammer, you know. But I went from listening to that type of stuff, and then I found Metallica, the Black Album, and then I started going backwards and realized, like, well, this album is pretty soft compared to this other shit they have out. And then I started going down a fucking rabbit hole. I ended up finding bands like Incantation. I found Obituary. Then I found Pantera. And then, you know, I started finding all these other bands. And then I found Korn, found Rage Against the Machines. Like, oh, and there's another band I get shit for because, like, I don't hate Rage Against the Machines. I just think Tom Morello is an overrated guitarist.
Let me ask you this though: have you seen them live?
No, I know for a fact they would put on a great fucking show.
Here's the thing: I'm going to tell you right now.
I've heard the story about them and Wu-Tang in Hartford, and I
wasn't there, but I know the one you're talking about. But listen,
well, Wu-Tang wasn't allowed back to Hartford because of that show.
I believe it. But here's the thing. Listen, I always hated Rage Against the Machine. Always hated them.
You saw them. Oh, I don't hate them.
Well, I went to go see them though with my cousins, and to this day, I can't really say why I decided to spend $35 to see a band that I hated. Probably just to chill with my cousins and whatever.
Oh, I've done it.
I loved them after that moment. And yes, like, okay, so I think Tom Morello is very innovative, and I think what he does sounds really cool. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a little overhyped. Like, I'm seeing comments coming up. They're funny.
Fuck Tom Morello.
And one of them is my cousin that I went to that show with. So yeah, but they're not on that list of people that really got me to where I am. I just, I don't know, man. I try to meld so many things. I'll rattle off a few names. I won't say it's going to be 10. How's that sound?
Let's go.
Okay. And I'm just going to start from the beginning because I don't want to try to remember who I said already. So let's say 9 Inch Nails. Definitely Ministry. I'm sorry. Ministry as fuck.
No, I got you.
Screw with a K. Look them up. I'm going to go local too. Tragedy Ann. They were really good friends of mine. I actually drove to 4 hours to New Hampshire in a blizzard to sing with them at like a American Legion type place or something.
Nice. That's some fucking dedication, bro.
Hell yeah. Who the fuck else? Killing Joke. Absolutely. I fucking love Killing Joke. I mean, I'll have to say, like, just because I started there, Jerry Lee Lewis. I listen to so much Jerry Lee Lewis. I love that guy. Earl Hooker is and John Lee Hooker. Earl Hooker was John Lee Hooker's cousin, but he did more slide guitar.
All right.
Dude was sick. Who the fuck else, man? I just listen to so much shit. Skinny Puppy. Love Skinny Puppy. Who the fuck else? I don't know, man. I could go on forever. Like I really just listen to so much shit. Like and then I'll go to like other extremes. Like I fucking love Tori Amos.
Dude, so the first time I ever heard about Tori Amos was through a Cannibal Corpse song. It was Strip Victim Strangled, and it says, "Hi, my name is Tori Amos. RAIN is the nation's only 24-hour toll-free hotline for those survivors of rape or sexual abuse in any way. If you want to call or contribute to RAIN, the number there is 1-800-656-HOPE." And I'm just like, really? Someone took the time to put that shit together. It's fucking hilarious. I don't think rape is hilarious. I'm just going to say that right now. I just think that the way that this person put this together with the song is hilarious. So if you're offended by that, well, whatever. I'm not. Move on. So
no, I get that though, and Tori Amos actually has like a really powerful song about like her experience with that. So I mean, that's probably why they did that.
Tori Amos, I've listened to a couple of her songs. Not my type of music.
She has a very, very wide variety of things that she does as well. Like I don't know how to say it, like, but she has some really rocking songs, man. She does, and nobody like knows about it.
If you say so, I'm not going to go back and listen to them.
That's fair. I'm just saying. But yeah, man, I listen to everything. I really do. Like a lot of people say, "Oh, I listen to everything except this, 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 this." I don't really have the except this, 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 and this. I have like a couple of exceptions, like current pop country crap. That not for me. I'm sorry, not for me.
See, I can't listen to so much. I can't listen to country.
The only country I like really like is like super old country from
Are
like
we
the
talking
20s or
country
30s.
or are we talking Southern rock?
No, well, that's a different thing too. I like outlaw country, which basically just is Southern rock. Like Shooter Jennings, dude is fucking nasty. Waylon Jennings' son, that dude is rocking as hell. And he produced Marilyn Manson's new album. Like he listens to like Nine Inch Nails and is friends with like, you know, all these you know, people. He had Stephen King do all these like little intervals in one of his albums and shit. Like he does really cool shit.
I'm not sure I've heard of him, but if you heard this whole shit, there's another person I'd have to say would be in my like top list of people that I listen to, Marilyn Manson, and I think I ended up getting into Marilyn Manson during the Antichrist Superstar years. When he basically, you know, like he was basically like, fuck God, fuck Jesus, fuck all this shit. Yeah. And then I went backwards and then I listened to Portrait. And when Antichrist Superstar came out, I had a lot of my friends that were like, oh, he sold out. But I actually think that one of his most underrated albums was Mechanical Animals.
Yeah, it's I think I like it less than a lot of people, but also more than most people, if that makes sense. I definitely like it. It's kind of an odd combination of Antichrist and Portrait, just, you know, with sort of that like kind of like with glitter sprinkled on it. You know what I mean? Like
this guy loves country.
Oh, that's my boy John. He's learning to play guitar right now, and I'm trying to guide him a little bit with that. You know, dude's cool as shit. So, what were we talking about?
We're talking about Marilyn Manson's.
Yeah. I do. I love most of that album. There's a couple songs like not that I dislike, but that I'll probably skip over. Like most of the stuff that was on the radio, just because I've heard it enough.
Well, like, you know, you got songs like Dope Show. What was the other? The Rock is Dead.
Rock is Dead.
Know,
oh, I don't like the drugs. That was probably the only song. I don't like the drugs, but the drugs like me.
Yeah, you know, like I understand. Like Great Big White World was one of my favorite songs on that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Coma White.
Hell yeah.
It was
Dissociative.
Yeah, exactly. Basically anything that wasn't played on the radio, I would skip over myself. But like if they didn't like overplay the fuck out of those songs,
then I could honestly play it front to back.
Yeah, exactly. Like I honestly think that you could have played that entire album front to back. But so I want to get back into some of the shit that you did. I just also want to sprinkle in there real quick.
One of my favorite bands right now is King 810.
King 810. Who's
this? It's hard to. It took me a long time to really ease into them. You know, and you know the person who got me into them, Terry. Deb's husband.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, who?
Yeah, he's the one who got me into this band. And it took me a long time.
Dude, fuck you. Fuck that band.
No.
Holy shit.
We can have a conversation off air about this, but like you got to get past like the outer crust of them. It took me a long time to not hate them. And now I'm obsessed. We can go on. We can have a conversation later. Bro? Yes, I am. I'm very serious.
I knew that fucking name sounded familiar. I was at the Mayhem Fest. John Goodwin saying "fuck Terry." Oof, that's. I'm gonna have to get Deb on here and fucking get Terry to fucking defend himself. That's not fair. But no, I think I was at that Mayhem Fest. I think it was in
I wish I'd
2014.
seen them.
And I only went to that show simply because Body Count was playing and Cannibal Corpse was playing. And I saw fucking King
Covered a Body Count
810.
song.
Huh?
I covered a Body Count song.
Was it Fuck the Police or whatever? Cop Killer?
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
I can link you to it.
Yeah, shoot me a link. But
I'm on it.
I only went for those two bands, and I believe All Shall Perish was supposed to actually play that or something similar to that. And I saw these guys putting fucking like caution tape up and shit, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I was like, "I'm not watching this shit." I was like, "What a bunch of pussies!" And then I didn't listen to them. Fuck them.
Dude, they're so good.
I'll give them a listen. I'll give them 2 songs. So you better give me the 2 best songs you think that I would like. But so
send me that in a message when we're done, so I don't forget. But I absolutely will do that, and I'll put a lot of thought into it.
All right, send me the 2 best songs. My King 810.
Yeah.
So I
Thank you.
don't fucking hate them.
That's fantastic.
I literally just sent that to you.
I see it. I see it.
So what bands have you been in? Let's try to like narrow this down to like not 1,000 bands.
I actually haven't been in that many bands, to be honest with you.
Really?
I like collaborate with a lot of people. I mostly write my own shit all the time, but like having like actual stints in bands, it's not been all that many. So there's mine that I've been in with myself because I play with myself. since like 97, which is Sanitary Refuse. I just sent you a link to the page where you can download Cop Killer for free.
Oh, the Bandcamp. All right, yeah.
And that's my shit there. That's some of my shit anyway. So,
do you start it off the same way?
Yes. A little bit, sort of. There's like a sample montage.
And you go up to the cop and you fucking say, "Hey, I need your help."
Oh, no. I put in a sample montage, but then I actually lifted from the song, the Cop Killer that starts off the song, and I put that in mine. I got to show the respect.
Absolutely. Like, I believe Cop Killer is probably like one of my favorite songs by Body Count. They have some great songs as it is. I love the fact that Cop Killer, he ended up with like, I believe he was a pimp at one point. He plays a cop on TV. Yep. He was a rapper. Now he's playing the cop on TV. And then fucking having a song called Cop Killer is just absolutely hilarious to me.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely hilarious.
So Body Count, obviously, you like them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, hold on one sec. I'm trying to do something real quick. Let's do... No, we don't want the video.
This is great radio right here.
Yeah, but anybody who's listening to this is going to be fucking like ecstatic with me once I can do what I'm trying to do here.
Cool.
So why don't you take off from here now?
What?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and start talking like random nonsense bullshit to keep the
we're talking about bands I was in. That's right. I forgot. Okay. So, yeah,
random nonsense bullshit.
My own shit is Sanitary Refuse. I've been knocking around with that for years. I've got fucking probably a couple of 100 songs in the works that maybe I'll finish someday. I have basically an entire album recorded with, out vocals that I don't know. I might be just starting over with something else now, just because. You've probably heard most of that stuff at Cherry Street on my phone.
No, you're not Drew, so I don't get.
I'm a little bit of Drew.
Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up.
Oh, I miss hearing Drew's phone.
You know,
Anyway,
actually talking about that right now, I actually kind of miss. Hey, you want to hear our new song?
yep, hell yeah. And I do want to hear a new song.
Yeah, right now, I absolutely fucking want to hear your new song, Drew. I
Hell yeah.
absolutely do.
So, so yeah, there's that. I was in Chaos Rain and with
Yep.
Bill.
Yep.
There's a lot of fun shows there. Which is funny because most people now know me as a bass player, but I consider myself a guitarist over anything.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Oh, if you listen to the Cop Killer, I play the solo in that.
Oh, really? I'll
Yeah.
have to listen to that.
Yep.
I'm trying to get it to where like I can pull it up and have it play on here.
Oh, that'd be sick.
But I can't find the program that I'm trying to use.
And I was also in a band. It was a local Connecticut band with my friend Izzy and Sarah, and actually Jay Northrup, the new drummer for The Shape. He was also in that band.
Right.
It was called The Autumn.
Don't they have some new music coming out? Like I think they just
dropped a new song called Dr. Plague, I believe. Yes.
I can't
And
listen
it's
to. I
pretty
can't
sick.
say that I can't listen to, but anytime somebody brings up Dr. Plague or whatever, I just think of some douchebag that used to be around in the scene. We don't say that person's name. That person's name is douchebag. You know who I'm talking about.
I know what you mean.
This is a good idea. Let me put this on.
But anyway, what was I gonna say? That was a good time. I was in that band for like a year. I only ended up playing one show with them, which actually, oddly enough, Sanitary Refuse was also on that bill. So I played with both bands that night. But that was very interesting stuff to play too. That's also available on Bandcamp. It was like it's so hard to describe. It was like 90s alternative. There was like Silverchair, like Jeff Buckley influence, but then there's also like heavy stuff and then like kind of modern type sound. Like it really like kind of melded a lot of different shit to it. It was a lot of fun to play.
Don't forget that you and I played in fucking Left Hand Backwards.
Yeah, I guess technically I am an official member since I played. So
you're one of the 3 billion fucking bass players, played for them.
Love playing with Left Hand Backwards. I played a lot of times with them, and I miss it. Even when I didn't expect to. Like I went up to see them open for Green Jelly, and they had asked me to play, and I was like, I'll see what I can do. But then by the time we actually left Connecticut, I didn't think we were even going to make their set, so I didn't bring anything. And then we got there, and they hadn't played yet.
Okay.
So, are you there?
I'm still here.
Okay, cool. So, I started drinking. Normally if I'm going to play, I have like a drink limit.
Yeah.
But, I'd started drinking, and then, Adam walks up to me. He's like, hey, come here for a second. I'm like, all right, I'll be right back to, my friends. And, I walked up to the stage. He's like, here, we borrowed, the shit from Guello. Get the fuck on stage. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, I'm already drinking. So I had about 30 seconds notice to play bass for them for the full set and open for Green Jelly.
You had to open up for Green Jelly. It was Maritime.
You're getting real digital on me.
What?
You're breaking up real bad, like you're real digital.
Yeah. God damn you, Bart. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. It's just real digital. If you talk slow, I can hear you fine. I mean, not that slow. That's ridiculous.
I had a fun time playing with those guys. I just made too much bullshit on my plate. I wanted to play in 4 different games all at the same time, and it was just too much. I ended up leaving because of the apocalypse. We ended up debating, and with guys and left it backwards. They were playing just fucking like every fucking weekend, and I couldn't keep up with that.
Yeah.
And my other bands, and I unfortunately had to step away. And I had fun with those guys. It was a lot of fun. You know, Paul and I had a contest on for a little while, and who could wear the same costume and not watch it.
I remember that time. You guys were really smelly.
Yeah, I ended up winning, but because my costume was probably the smallest fucking costume, and I think I cleared up a street after a set.
Wasn't it a piece of shit anyway though? Is that the one?
No, it was not a piece of shit. It was actually my Hawaii suit.
What was it? You're breaking up. Which one?
It was the Hawaii suit.
Oh, Harambe. Okay, yep.
And
so you had the one that was a piece of shit, and then the one that smelled like a piece of shit.
Yeah, douchebag's girlfriend or whatever was like, "Can I watch this for you?" So there was that, and then what else? Where was we play? I don't think we played too many places outside of like Connecticut or Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I mean, we had fun though. It was a ton of fun playing those guys. I love the recording. That's fun as fuck. Matt just became a dad.
Yep.
Actually, you know, with Jesse, who was in here listening to the episode, congratulations to both of them, cute little big girl. That was a fucking shock to me. And, you know, Fatty, if you're ever,
I knew in advance.
Show, I'm sure you did. I ended up like finding out about it, I think the day off. And I was like, well, who's mom? Who's mom? Who's mom? And my girlfriend Ashley was like, it's Jess. I was like, Jess, for keys? Because I knew they were seeing each other. And I was like, I couldn't find her. And, like, I think I go to Ashley, like, I think she blocked me on Facebook. I don't know why she would have done that. And I ended up reaching out to her. I think it was Instagram or something. I wanted to make sure, you know, I didn't want to have some like big wife and baby mama, you know. And I love Fatty. He's a great kid. He's a great dude. And I told him, shut up, you're gonna be a great dad. So I just fun. Go on a tangent.
You're getting super digital, man. I could barely understand.
Well, we're gonna end up moving on and playing your song because we're 48 minutes in. I typically like trying to keep it about 40 minutes.
Now the audio's back.
That ain't my fucking fault. That's my internet, dude. What
yeah, but now it's back, and now we're damn.
That's all right. We'll talk offline, off air. But everybody, we're gonna listen to a couple of songs that Bart has done. Enjoy the songs. I don't know what the fuck they're called. One is Cop Killer. It's a cover. And the other one is what's the name of that other song?
I Love the Dead. It's written. It's basically about being bitten by and then becoming a zombie.
All right. So there's that. And
there's 11 zombie movies sampled in the song.
Jesus Christ. And then make sure to catch Bart on effing radio every other Wednesdays.
Yes, sir.
You know, today is the 4th. So the last time you guys were on
was this past week.
Yeah, but when people go ahead to listen to this on like Spotify or something, it's not. You know. So
the next show is going to be our 420 show. I think it's like the 14th or something. It's a little early.
So the next episode is going to be on the 14th. Right. What time? You know what? Why don't you plug it, man? Why am I plugging your shit?
I don't know, because you didn't ask me to. All right, yeah. So it'll be Wednesday the 14th. It's going to be our 420 special. It is from 8 to 11 Eastern Standard Time, and it is on bullspikeradio.com. And we also have a group on Facebook. It's FN Show group. You can request to join, and I'll let you in. There's a lot of shenanigans to be had.
Yeah, fucking Bart, it's been a blast having you on, man. I love talking to you, and I'm definitely going to end up having you on again. This is going to be some fun shit. Thank you so much for coming on last
Fun fact, I just got the notification that the webcam I ordered to be on your show just got fucking delivered while we were on air.
That's fucking hilarious. Dude actually fucking bought a cam just so he could be on my show, and the shit's getting delivered as he's fucking on my show. Yeah.
Well, it's because you needed a last minute replacement. I get it.
I appreciate it, dude, and I will definitely.
I'm happy to be your afterthought.
Fuck you, dude. I'm asked kidding. You fucking like a month ago.
I know. I'm kidding. I am kidding.
I just happened to. I was like, hey, I see he's online. Let me fucking shoot him a message and see if he wants to come on. I'll tell you why after we listen to these songs. All right. So take a listen to these songs, guys. Definitely check out FN Radio. Go follow them on Facebook. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Brad Chandler Show. Check out the website, bradchandlershow.com. Thanks.
How's Shad Brandler doing?
Shad Brandler?
I forgive you, baby.
Call the cops, come on!
Killed in the line of duty by these sucking, degenerate.
Send more cops.
about necrophilia? I wish I could get some answers.
I'm gonna go fucking.
But everybody's on the radio. What was that?
I'm gonna go fuck the corpse in here.
You fucking a corpse? What are you doing?
Bart, Bart,
Fucking a corpse.
remember, dead girls don't say no.
Dead girls never fucking say no! Let me let you guys in on a little secret. Dead girls. Rigor mortis makes for the tightest pussy you'll ever have. Tightest pussy you'll ever have. Pussy you'll ever have. Pussy you'll ever have. Pussy you'll ever have. Pussy you'll ever have.
Whatever it is, it makes the dead stand up and walk.